Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. Former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has shared a video of himself and the former governor of Anambra State and the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, Peter Obi, having breakfast at his country home in Anambra State. In the viral video, which Alhaji Atiku Abubakar titled, "It is breakfast time with my friend at Peter Obi," has got people talking. And that's why we're talking about it in this channel right now. And if you are new to my channel or not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, people are reading a lot of meaning into the breakfast that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar had with former Governor Peter Obi. And as opposition leaders, people are saying they should work together to ensure that the APC is defeated. And I have seen people say that if all of them had worked together, perhaps they would have defeated the APC in the last election. But that's a simplistic analysis of the last election. The reason why APC won is not because they won. APC won because they have INEC. That was basically what happened in that election. That was confirmed by the European Union monitoring group. That election was deeply flawed. But people have said that if Atiku Abubakar, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, and Peter Obi had worked together, that they could have defeated APC. Like I said, it's not as simple as people are making it to be. Because on its face value, if you look at it, you say, okay, because if you look at the number of votes INEC allocated to Atiku Abubakar, INEC allocated to him 6.9 million votes, gave Peter Obi 6.1 million votes, gave Rabi Musa Kwankwaso 1.4 million votes, almost 15 million votes. Whereas the Tinubu that was declared winner by INEC had only 8.7 million votes. So if you look at it like that, you would think that if they had worked together, all these people, because they are all former PDP members, they are all PDP people. Okay, don't forget that Peter Obi was the vice presidential candidate to Atiku Abubakar in 2019. These are people that were in PDP before the 2023 election. So you will think that true that they divided their vote. That was the lie that was being sold by people that rigged the election of the 2023, saying that if they had joined together, that they divided their vote. Even Professor Wole Soyinka was using that as an example to prove that APC won, saying they divided their votes. No, that was not what happened. That election was deeply flawed. It was rigged. It wasn't free and fair. To prove to you that even if they had worked together, APC, being determined to rig the election, would still have won through rigging. Let's take, for instance, remember in 2019, when Atiku Abubakar was the presidential candidate and Peter Obi was his vice presidential candidate, all of them were a PDP. Rabi Musa Kwankwaso was also a PDP at that time. What happened? Didn't Muhammad Buhari rig the election? The 2019 election. It was because of that rigging of that 2019 election, as Paibu Clark pointed out in a recent letter he wrote to CJN, the CJN of the Chief Justice of Nigeria, about the vindication of Justice Onega. You know that Onega was unceremoniously booted out, embarrassed, his house searched and everything else in the night. And he was forced to resign. Edwin Clark said that one of the reason why he was embarrassed out of the judiciary was because he was not going to play ball to help Buhari to rig the 2019 election. So they had to push him aside so that somebody that can help them rig the election will come in. So basically, what I'm saying is that in 2019, Atiku Abubakar, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, Peter Obi, they were in the same camp. Yet, APC won, also rigging the election the way they rigged the 2023 presidential election. In other words, it is not because they divided their vote that was why APC won. APC was able to manipulate the election because Nigerians were not vigilant and Nigerians were lackadaisical about their vote. If Nigerians had acted the way they should act, that would not have happened. It wouldn't have been possible. Okay, but Nigerians were showing a lot of laissez-faire attitude towards the vote, so they couldn't protect their vote. They allow INEC to do everything they want to do and get away with it. And at the end of the day, the judiciary gave a stamp of authority to rig the results. Now, ahead of 2027 presidential election, which is the most important of the elections, Peter Obi has become the beautiful bride. Everybody wants to associate with him because of his tremendous performance in the last presidential election. And one of those who have been courting Peter Obi is Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. But there's a concern about Atiku Abubakar courting of Peter Obi. That concern is that Atiku Abubakar, knowing him politically, I don't know Atiku Abubakar personally, but I know him historically. I want to say it again. I don't know Atiku Abubakar personally, but I know Atiku Abubakar historically. Therefore, knowing him historically, there is no way he can work with Peter Obi without wanting to be on top of the game. In other words, while people are saying that he ought to give way, he is still positioning himself to be the to contest for president in 2027. This is despite the fact that the presidency just came to the south. He ought to stay 8 years in the south before moving north. But Atiku don't want to hear that. That was the same thing he did in last 2023 election. He and Yesu Wike, they manipulated the whole PDP machinery to ensure that the presidency was not zoned to the southeast. And they succeeded in doing that. And himself and former governor of Rivers State, now minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, they also play money politics. That was why Peter Obi lost faith in PDP and left, because he understood that Atiku and Wike, they were all out for money politics. And of course, you can go and check, there was dollar rain during the PDP presidential primary. Even this Ovation publisher, Dele Momodu, said it recently in a podcast, talking about thousands of dollars that were being given each delegate by one of the candidates. But there was dollar rain, and that dollar rain is alleged to have come from the former governor of Rivers State and from the former vice president. So Peter Obi couldn't compete in that environment because actually it was an illegality. If INEC is doing its job of monitoring election financing, election financing. So Atiku is not going to be playing this is not likely to be running around P2B and doing all this thing because he will not contest. If Atiku will not contest in 2027, he will not show interest. But P2B had to be careful because the obedience that helped to propel him where he is picked him because of his integrity, because of his honesty, because of his capacity. He cannot afford to play subservient role to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. This is not the turn of the North to produce the president in 2027. So what Atiku should be doing is to support Peter Obi, but from my reading of his body language and everything, Atiku Abubakar is ready to contest the 2027 presidential election. And Nigerians want Peter Obi to be the man that will take charge of this country in 2027, given the abysmal failure of the Tinubu administration that had made him to have lost even the confidence of the North, sections of the North that helped him to power. And Atiku, as I told you, I know Atiku historically, I don't know him personally. Now, if you look at Atiku, in 2011, when he did not want Jonathan to contest for president, himself, General Guzo, Bukola Saraki, and Babangida, General Ibrahim Babangida, they contested against Jonathan. But before they could do that, the North set up a consensus candidate in which Atiku was able to outmaneuver Maradona, Babangida, and co. If Atiku could be able to maneuver Babangida, maneuver General Guzo, and was able to make Adamu Chiloma committee to make him the consensus candidate of the North, I don't think there's any negotiation that he will do with P2B in which he is not likely to triumph. To me, P2B should give him a long distance. P2B should keep away from Atiku Abubakar. If he's contesting in 2027, let him contest on his own. But he should not contest riding on the back of P2B's popularity. I want to use it to gain support in the South and then relaunch himself back to power as president. That's not fair. If really he cares about this country, he should work for Peter Obi to be the next president of this country. And himself should forget about the presidency. He should listen to what elder statesmen have been telling him. People like the former national vice chairman of the People's Democratic Party in Lagos State, Bode George, that Atiku should leave the scene now, so that people like Peter Obi will be the face of Nigerian politics going forward. But he's still pushing. That's why you can see how he was happy that Peter Obi came around. Of course, we know that if you read the whole story, you understand that Peter Obi was invited by Atiku Abubakar to come and give founders convocation lecture. Okay, because American University of Nigeria, founded by Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, is 20 years old, and Peter Obi was invited. But you know that kind of invitation is not for nothing. It's as part of the process of wooing Peter Obi to be into whatever Atiku is planning to favor him in 2027. So Peter Obi should be wary of Atiku Abubakar. He should be much more concerned about building his own structures, ensuring that he is able to project himself as the one that could beat Tinubu in 2027. And truth be told, he is the only person among the candidates I've seen around who could be able to beat Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All he needs is the support of the northern elite like Atiku Abubakar, like El Rufai, people like Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, all these key elements in the northern politics, if they rally around Peter Obi, and with the support Peter Obi has already in southern Nigeria and middle belt, I can tell you for free that Peter Obi will defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu very well, even with the fact that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to be the one that will appoint the next chairman that will conduct the next election. Okay, this is because I believe strongly that with the level of unpopularity of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it will be difficult to sell him to Nigerians. And even though he is government in power, a government in power that is very unpopular, with about 20 or 15% popularity, cannot be able to rig elections successfully in Nigeria. History has shown that. So, something will give. So, they are not likely to succeed. But if the North did not back at Peter Obi and they want to throw themselves into the ring, Atiku want to contest, that is where the challenge is. That is where the challenge is. But I can tell you for free from my own assessment that Atiku Abubakar ought to support Peter Obi. If they are to make this alliance they want to build for it to have national acceptability and all that. But if Atiku Abubakar is pursuing blindly this is quest to become the president in 2027, even against the zoning arrangement in the country, is going to lead to a situation where the alliance will amount to nothing. At the end of the day, they will play into the hands of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the best thing, as far as I can see, is for Peter Obi to know that he has what it takes, that he doesn't need Atiku Abubakar to be president in 2027. In terms of, because Atiku Abubakar, what Atiku Abubakar wants is that Atiku Abubakar, I learned, want Peter Obi to be his vice presidential candidate. And that should not be the arrangement. That, to me, can only be a last resort, but it shouldn't be the arrangement. Peter Obi shouldn't buy into that. It shouldn't be that kind of playing second fiddle. No. It's better all of them contest. Let Atiku contest under whichever party he wants. Peter Obi contest. Everybody contest. Let us see what will happen. But the most important thing is this leader should also work to ensure that there's an amendment to the Electoral Act. The idea of INEC choosing whether to transmit results electronically or not should not be in the picture at all. It must be made mandatory that both election accreditation, voting, and transmission of result must be done electronically. And then Nigerians should be ready to defend their vote, especially with the suffering that the APC has imposed on this country in the past 8.5 years. I do not think that Nigerians will take it lightly for anyone to rig the election and enjoy that rigging. The outcome of that rigging, it will be difficult, if not impossible. That's my take. I don't know what to think about Atiku Abubakar's meeting with Peter Obi again, that have been trending and people are talking about it. Whatever is your thought on this, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel or not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.